In the meantime, Cheryl in Cleveland, it's great to have you on the program with us. Hello.
Hi, Rush. How are you?
Fine and dandy. Thank you.
I couldn't be more disgusted by this NIH study. $500,000 on examining what young adolescent boys are experiencing during their first sexual encounter, with all of the problems that beset the black community, especially black male adolescents. To spend this kind of money on this study is astonishing to me. I mean, why not put that money to trying to determine why 72% of black men abandon their children? Why not attempt to discover why there is such a rampant
We don't need a
violence?
Wait. Let me take these one by one. We don't need a study for that because the federal government, under the aegis of the Democrat Party, has come in willingly and happily agreeing to be the husband.
Of course they have, and we see what the result of that is on black people, on black children especially. My point is, look, I know that this is all part of the grand liberal manipulation. What I would like other people to see, though, is that really liberals care nothing about the state of black America. If they did, they wouldn't waste money on this kind of nonsense, but they really would sort of look at these issues or try to look at these issues that affect the life and deaths of black children.
Cheryl.
Every time I get yes.
Are you African American?
Yes, I am.
You are. Okay. I didn't know. I just wanted to get that out there because you're talking about the dissolution of the black family. You know, white people can't talk about that.
I understand. I have been black all my life and hope very much to die that way.
Well, the odds are good.
And have been a happy conservative since I discovered you about 20 years ago. And you completely changed my thinking on everything. And I do thank you from the bottom of my heart
thank you
for
very
that.
much. So let me guess where you're going with this. You think that this study that is measuring the satisfaction levels of the first time gay sexual experience of young African American men is what? You think that this is an effort in the long term to convince?
I think it's part of a larger effort at, the one thing that blacks remain is more conservative on the issue of homosexuality than other groups. So there's been this big push lately to make sure that black Americans know how wonderful the gift of homosexuality is. Oh, there's nothing more wonderful than two men having sex. It's up there with curing cancer. So we have shows like Empire. Really, and the whole point of Empire is to blend, homosexuality with rap music and bring it into our living rooms and let us all see how great it is.
Well, now I have to say that you've got a point about that she's talking about the TV show Empire, and it is. I get your point here. You think there's a long-term effort being made here to dissolve the natural opposition to homosexuality and gay marriage in the black community and to turn that into support.
Of course. I don't think I know. I know wholeheartedly that that's what's going on. And this study, I do want to bring to your attention one thing in this study, Rush.
Okay.
Because I went and I looked at the study after you mentioned it. One thing that it says really caught my attention. It says the study will also examine why some young African-American gay men seek out older partners, finding that older partners had, quote, emotional maturity, unquote, could expose them to, quote, more life experiences, unquote, and help young men sort through, quote, sexual position and how to perform in relationships, unquote. Now, I'm going to let you in on a really closely held secret about black America, Rush. I grew up in a housing project. And in that housing project, and in just about every poor black community in this country, everyone in the community always knew who the older black men were who were plying these young fatherless boys with gifts, with candy, with money, with toys, you name it. This has always happened. I mean, I haven't lived in that particular lifestyle for a very, very long time. I've been very fortunate to be very successful in this country, but I know that lifestyle still exists. You have a bunch of poor, fatherless boys and a bunch of older men who prey upon those boys. Now, it used to be a bad thing. It used to be called pedophilia, but apparently now it's called giving them emotional maturity. This is a study to me that is dangerous in many ways. Because it's one thing to say, homosexuality is great, it's the best thing since sliced bread. It's another thing to say older men who prey on young adolescent boys, and an adolescent is still underage, are no longer doing something bad, but they're doing something great. They're helping shepherd them on this journey into homosexuality. That's a crop. And I'm not buying it, and I hope that there are other intelligent people who are not buying it either.
Well, I don't think anybody knew that until you mentioned it. I don't know conditions in housing projects to that extent.
Believe me, it's not just housing projects. It's in black neighborhoods generally, and it's quite understandable when you think about it. Again,
now, wait, I just want to be perfect. Are you saying that the elderly black men you're talking about are gay?
Not elderly, but adult. And what I'm saying is this. Yes, they are gay. There's a big distinction, though, within black communities that, again, a lot of white people don't know about. It's the down low phenomenon, which is black men who engage in sex with other men for years and years and years, but refuse to call themselves gay. It's a closeted behavior that I guess with the change in societal norms, maybe they'll be coming out of the closet to some degree. But there are lots of books have been written about it, but we don't need the books because those of us who've lived it know it. These are men who engage in sex with other men and who, again, my big concern, I don't care what two consenting adults do, but I've seen the effect that these men have on young, poor, fatherless boys who want nothing more than to have some of the material things that they see that other people have.
It sounds like you're describing, after a fashion, a form of recruitment.
Of course I am. That's exactly what it is.
Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm not trying to lead you, but that's what it sounds like to me.
You're not leading me. That's exactly what it is. And again, there isn't a black person within the sound of my voice who doesn't know that what I'm saying to you is absolutely true. 100% true. And it's something that's still covered up. And with the way that things are going now, though...
Well, now, wait a minute. I got one more question. If that's true, where does this... I'm of the impression, and you mentioned that homosexuality in the black community is frowned on. It's not cool. So, and yet you describe this thing that... This circumstance that happens that every black person in the sound of your voice knows of that's going.
They know that it goes on. They know that what I'm talking about goes on and goes on to a very large degree. It is frowned upon, hence the development of the down low syndrome. It's frowned upon, and so these men don't let their actual, sexual predilections be known.
You mean this is what on the down low really means? Oh!
Now, Rush, do you not know what?
No, I thought on the down low meant just clandestine, secret.
No, it means a lot of things. But within the black community, people know exactly what it means, and people know exactly what has been going on for a very. I
thought
very
on the
long
down
time.
low meant you just weren't down for the struggle, anything like that.
Oh no! Oh, Rush, with the stories I could tell you.
See, I'm so naive about this stuff. I'm just,
but for me, again, I can't let this go without mentioning what I think is the most important thing. And again, that is the condition of black children in this country. They are living in terror zones. They are living in gangland war zones. And if anybody wants to spend $500,000, spend it on that.
Amen. I could not agree with you more on that. I appreciate the call, Cheryl.
Okay, love you.
Great caller, and we will take a break and be right back. Don't go away. It's not that I didn't believe our caller, Cheryl, but I still wanted to look it up. So I went to the Urban Dictionary. Right there it is. Down low refers to when closeted black men leading mostly heterosexual lives seek other men for sex that is often anonymous and unprotected. And then they offer a quote, typical usage. I'm a black man who likes other men, but because of the stigma in the black community about being gay, I will only have sex on the down low. I've been using that phrase because I like it, on the down low, to describe people doing things secretly, privately, which is halfway right.